guess some sort of racial issues or what have you. Kiki went on a diatribe about being biracial and how biracial people are fucking oppressed. And she went on to call one of the hosts sweet thing, which to me felt derogative when I watched it, not because he's not sweet, I guess. And when I mean, when she said it, like, I think she meant it as like towards his sexuality. So I took it as like, oh, okay, girl. So the first place you go is the obvious, like, I have no intellect jab. You're going to jab at his sexuality. Ooh, real original. But yeah, if you go to the man, I think it's called the Man, MAHNT. You can see clips of the interview. She just appears to not be well. I wish I had some audio. Wait, maybe I do. But she doesn't appear to be well. I think, can we play some of that? Sugar, yes. And she's talking about, like, I don't even want to play this. She's basically talking about how oppression is not just singular to Black people. Black people never said it was. Jewish people have been oppressed. I don't know. Someone do a wellness check on Kiki Wyatt is what I'm saying. Because I find it interesting that the only people who have supported her career in the past, I don't know, ever, has been the gay community. Thank God that they can throw a few coins her way in any given city's pride, and she's been able to eat. Mind you, Kiki Wyatt has one of the most blessed voices you'll ever hear. But, hard work and diligence and consciousness will take you places that talent won't. And being unconscious will keep you out of places that your talent should be opening the doors for. So, I don't know. I've never really been a fan of Kiki Wyatt, but I do know that the gay community, the Black gay community specifically, has done an amazing job with holding her up and giving her work. And so for her to come on this show and, I wasn't feeling it. Shout out to Kelly Rowland and her husband, who just gave birth to their second son. In a post, Kelly Rowland wrote, on the 21st day of the 21st year of the 21st century, Noah John Weatherspoon greeted us. So shout out to her. She's just so gorgeous. It's really just. Can we talk about why these celebrities are doing these shows? Now, I'm trying to stay out of rich people's business, but like, I just watched the City Girls do a show, and like, while I love them, I'm conflummoxed by by the crowd, by the masklessness of it all. But these bitches never stopped doing shows, so whatever. I'm gonna stay out of rich people's business. Okay, so I want to tread lightly with the next story. So, have you guys watched the Wendy Williams movie yet? If you haven't, it just premiered last night. And I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was interesting that she left some, I don't know. I wanted it to be, I knew it was going to be about her, I knew it was going to focus heavily on her relationship with her husband. And I also knew that we weren't going to get like details that were so salacious that it would cause us to question things. You know what I mean? So at any rate, Wendy Williams' movie premiered last night, and I thought the actress was really good. I thought it was really comical. The person that she chose to play an aged Charlemagne. Okay, Wendy, the shade of it all. I think that what I'm getting from Charlemagne this week on The Breakfast Club was that the movie is still showing her husband in a very flattering light. Now, if you recall, because she did talk about Skeletor, who was her original Charlemagne, if you will, when she was at, I believe when she was at 98.7. But, there was some accusations, not only from Skeletor, but from other female assistants who worked at the radio station about Kevin. And I definitely think that Kevin's role in her life in terms of being the muscle, which she very much needed, at that time, the way that she was dragging people. I am probably one of the biggest Wendy Williams fans. I remember being way younger than I should have, literally sitting by the radio and just listening to her. I was enamored with her voice. I was taken by her kind of glamorousness. I just thought she was cool. She knew all of the things that, was going on in Word Up and Right On and Vibe. She knew the things, she was our TMZ. She was our E. She was our Access Hollywood. And so, I don't know, for her story to be, I felt really bad in watching her story about the loss, pregnancies, and, it's interesting the way the movie starts, considering that her brother and her have had some public verbal exchanges regarding their mom and the loss of their mom, and Wendy not showing up to the funeral. And it's interesting that Wendy starts the movie very heavy-handed on her mom, basically painting the light of her parents being on one end of the pendulum, I guess I would say semi-abusive as it pertains to how they treated her with her weight and the way she looked, but then also being oblivious because when she was crying for help, like her dad just watched TV, you know what I mean? Which is not far-fetched for a lot of dads who may not be emotionally tapped in, but I just thought it was really interesting that that's how she started the movie, with kind of showing that her foundation was, while stable, still had its share of issues, so to speak. As it just came on last night, I will say I'm not going to, give you too many spoilers. Watch the movie and, perhaps we'll revisit it next week. So last but not least, Tory Lanez in a tweet last night said that, or actually this connects me back to another story, but Tory Lanez in a tweet basically said that he is planning on releasing some music with himself and Chris Brown. And the internet, of course, reacted, wanting to know, why would Chris ever choose to do music with Tory in light of what Tory was accused of in the whole Meg situation, right? Well, this week, it also came out that Seattle Seahawks former player Chad Wheeler was arrested after strangling his girlfriend unconscious because she refused to bow to him. Now, the story of this incident is so disturbing. In a statement, someone said, and I don't know that this is someone who is connected to this young lady or the young lady herself, but it was said that what was most terrifying was how cold he was. And I guess this is from the victim, his girlfriend. He thought I was dead on my bed and continued to eat dinner. When I ran into the bathroom, he said, "Wow, you're still alive," while sipping on a smoothie. The reason that I connect these two stories is that, one, I am triggered by the fact that this story has not received more coverage than it has. According to court documents, prosecutors said Wheeler viciously attacked the victim in her bedroom, strangling her at times with both hands till she lost consciousness. He now faces charges of first-degree domestic violence assault, domestic violence unlawful imprisonment, as well as resisting arrest because, yes, as a huge, over 200-pound white man who stands well over 6 feet, he actually refused to go with the cops and tried to fight them and managed to still be alive. Now, Wheeler, a third-year offensive lineman, wrote on Twitter that events happened over the weekend that transpired from a manic episode. Wheeler appeared Monday in court where his bail was set at $400,000, according to court documents. The documents also say that Wheeler's father addressed the court, though the minutes of the hearing do not indicate what he said. He was released on bail Tuesday morning, and he is prohibited from having contact with the young lady whose name I am keeping out of it because she does not wish to be identified and has let that be known to several media outlets. She has not spoken publicly. And why I tie this back into the awkwardness of Tory Lanez and Chris Brown is, I don't know what happened with Chris, first of all, I don't know what happened with Tory and Meg. She was shot. That's not debatable. She was shot. By whom? I don't know. For what reason? I don't know. Tory